All right, let's talk about how to succeed online. All right, let's get back to the basics. Online marketing hacks. You ready? Hey there, Enterprisers, what's good? It's Jason Ligo here again, and in this video, I want to talk to you about online marketing hacks. That's right, let me just keep it back to basics, keep it simple, and give you some key tips in terms of how to succeed online in this day and time when it comes to your online marketing business, okay? There's a lot of ways that you can do it, but I do believe that there are some key essentials that I'm going to mention in these next few minutes that if you get away from, it's going to be that much harder for you to get on track in terms of success. And if you're already doing these things, then great. Don't forget about these things, continue to focus on them. And if you're not into these things, get on them as soon as you can and really put some heart and authenticity into it. Because if you do these things, there's no reason why you cannot crush it in your online marketing business. All right, if you're ready, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Quick and dirty, let's go. Online marketing hacks, come on. Number one, build out an online social media presence. Build out your online social media presence, okay? Now again, sometimes the easiest thing and the most simple thing is the most significant thing, and I really think that that's the case here. A lot of marketers, especially when it comes to the online marketing space, people who get involved, this is kind of where they're at. They get started in this place where they want to do big things like the way that they see it, especially in select industries. For instance, let's take the make money online space, right? A lot of people get started here. You want to show people how to build wealth, make money online. Maybe it's an opportunity, affiliate, crypto, multi-level marketing, what have you. What a lot of people will do is they really want to get to the point like some of their mentors and idols and people that they follow where they want to be able to spend tons of money in online advertising, right? Tons of money in Facebook ads and Instagram ads and Google ads and all these good things. And that's all well and good. And the reality is until you're spending money in that kind of scale, you really don't have much of a huge business. You want to work towards that. But the reality is no matter what form of paid advertising you're doing, the online organic stuff, and in this case, social media, a properly executed social media presence and a social following that really drives forth that organic traffic. That is the key driver in the difference between quantity versus quality. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I have found, especially when it comes to the online marketing space, again, I've won affiliate contests before. I've won sales contests for different opportunities and promotions and so on. One thing that I have found is that yes, you can accelerate and scale when it comes to spending money on paid advertising, paid ads, paid traffic sources to get your sales, but the ones that stick the most and stick the longest and turn into long-term customers that go from customers to clients are usually the ones that were generated by free traffic methods, i.e. organic traffic, more specifically social media generated ones. Does that make sense? There's something about building out a social media presence properly that connects with people on a personal level. And that's really what you're looking for, okay? You want to be able to appeal to the person and the people that they surround themselves with, right? You tell one person if something goes well, they're telling all their friends and they're coming to do business with you. Not necessarily business with who you're promoting, but business with you. And I really think there's something strong about that. So don't forget about this and don't discount this. Yes, a lot of people don't want to show their face and you want to get to where you're spending a ton of money scaling ads and seeing the returns and all that. That's all well and good. That's just fine. But especially when you're just getting started, straight out the gate, do not neglect this, all right? And continue to do this. The people, again, who are generating high forms of traffic via organic searches, social media generated things, these are sales that stick, these are sales that come back, and these are sales that tell other people about you, bringing more sales in. Build out your social media presence. Number two, make sure you're mobile friendly. Make sure you're mobile friendly, okay? And you don't want to get away from this either. This is a simple thing, but it's so neglected in this day and time because kind of everyone assumes that this is the way that it goes. A lot of people are forgetting that the reason that most people are even landing on things, discovering things, is not like it used to be 5-6 years ago, or even longer, and maybe even just a little bit shorter than that, where people were finding things on their laptop and on their computer. I'm not saying that they're not doing those things. They certainly are. But with the advent of more mobile-friendly apps, the reality is most people are discovering their things online by way of their cell phone. It comes when they're scrolling through their feed while they're waiting at the bus stop, or scrolling for their feed when they're using the restroom, or scrolling on their feed when they're in an elevator, right? This is what people are doing. So you want to keep this in mind as you are doing everything that governs your online presence, especially when it comes to building out marketing material. So whether this is user-generated content, social media content, even your funnels and the construction of your websites and some of your sales material, material. All of those things, when it comes to this thing, you want to make sure that it is mobile friendly. Does it look good on a cell phone? Is it functional on a tablet? Does it look good in the palm of your hand as opposed to on your desktop? Does that make sense? And you very easily could go wrong if you don't think about this. A lot of people want to have the flashiest website, and so they'll hire the most expensive web designer to go ahead and put together this nice big website, when in truth, it doesn't have to be something that comes with all the bells and whistles, as long as it looks good on your phone. So one thing that I'm making sure that I'm always doing is checking, does it look good on my laptop, but does it also look good on my phone, to make sure that it's mobile friendly. And sometimes this even means adopting somewhat of a minimal approach, right? On a website, you can have all the big bells and whistles, all the different things that you can click on, versus in your phone, you want them to stop scrolling and click on something. So you want to dial back some of the functionality or some of the different options that they have, just so that you can keep the message and the flow centralized to guiding your customer and your prospect to where you want them to be. Hopefully that's all making sense. At the end of the day, just make sure that you're mobile friendly. If it's not something that can be navigated in the palm of their hand, it probably is not going to make it to their wallet either. Number 3, create personalized content. Okay, create personalized content. Okay, and I think this speaks for itself. This kind of is a piggyback to the first point when I talked about, making sure that you build out a social media presence. But if you think about the underlying theme behind that, it is so that you can personally connect with your prospect, your customer, your client, and so on. And in this case, as you're continuing to create content, you want to make sure that your content is directed towards them in a personal way. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to show forth your own vulnerability and making sure that you are showing forth your own personalized content about you. This is why when you look at some of the digital creators online in whatever industry it is, the ones that get the most views, the most reactions, the most traction, and sometimes I would dare say even the most sales, come from people who are showing what it looks like behind the scenes, right? What it looks like with them, right? Get ready with me is the type of the video that we're talking about, or this is everything that I did in a certain type of day. Does that make sense? Personalized content. So this is where things like stories come really handy, because as opposed to putting and crafting together this nice post that really is generated in a business type sense where you want to capture leads and attention and sales, just kind of showing people who you are and where you are in life, and showing them that even though you're a dedicated entrepreneur and you've seen some levels of success, you still have to deal with the daily struggles of life. Things like balancing work life and family life and, everything along those lines. This is where this is very, very important. So vlogs are very powerful in that regard too. And sometimes shorts videos and again, stories, just anything that you can do to show behind the scenes. This is where you need to go ahead and put yourself. Ladies, I know that you probably don't think the most of this and are the most comfortable with this situation, but this is where it kind of makes sense to show sometimes what you look like without your makeup, right? Get Ready With Me is a great video that does that, not only because you get to show off and promote makeup if you're in that sense, but it gives your audience the sense of knowing that you didn't wake up looking like a glamorous supermodel, right? And the person who wants to buy your product and wants to invest in you and wants to follow you is the person who can identify with that, because they know that when they wake up, they're probably not the most glamorous thing either, right? Perhaps that's a crass example, but I think you get the idea. So keeping in mind that when you're marketing, you're never marketing just to people. You're marketing to an individual person, right? You're not just marketing to the masses. You're marketing to somebody specific, and that someone specific is the person that you're trying to reach, and then you want to reach 1 million people just like them, right? And a little bit of variation is okay too, all right? So make sure that you're creating personalized content. Never forget that. Never stop doing that. There you have it, my friends. Listen, I hope this was helpful to you. You know the deal, all right? Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And that way you don't miss out on any more hot new content that I got coming down the pipe just for you. Listen, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for continuing to ride with me. If you need anything or want to see a specific type of content, or you have a question you want me to answer, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to create content just for you to help you hit your online marketing goals. Go out there and enterprise. This is Jason Ligo. I'll talk with you next time. Take care.